So smoke-filled bar is something I'm not used to, but I gave my own to see you satisfied. I just called to let you know where I'll be living. It's not much, but I feel welcome here inside. I've got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. And my new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. 'Cause I'm always here at home till closing time. I've got everything I need to make me crazy. I've got everything it takes to lose my mind. And in here the atmosphere is perfect for heartache. And thanks to you I'm always here till closing time. I've got swinging doors, a jukebox, and a bar stool. My new home has a flashing neon sign. Stop by and see me anytime you want to. 'Cause I'm always here at home till closing time. Yes, I'm always here at home till closing time. Oh, thank you. Big old request for that one. What do y'all think about this band up here? I'll tell you what, we have a celebrity in the house over here, Tom Killen, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that he's such a celebrity, he just thinks he is. So I try to, everybody knows Tom. He's known worldwide. He's got a couple nicknames he's earned the hard way, and some he's earned the easy way. And, but ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, he's got a couple nicknames. Jason, tell him about Tom.
He does. He's earned these nicknames. Now, around here, we've got one we know him colloquially as. He's our buddy. We play gigs with him. We got a friend named TJ that plays drums downtown sometimes, and several months ago, he said, you know what? Tom Killen is the Richard Gere of the steel guitar.
And he is.
Handsome young fella that
He's
he is.
American Gigolo over there. And he is quite handsome. Look at that. Rugged good looks, boyish charm. You can't beat it. Perfect combination. Yeah, just a wonderful attitude. Yeah. But, you know, Tom, don't. I know what you're thinking is that we pick on you over that, but we're not, because I know that out in Hollywood, that Richard Gere is known as the Tom Killen of the silver screen. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, there's another nickname.
The other one's better. The other nickname is one that George Jones himself gave Tom. Now, you guys can look this up on YouTube. Go back to, I think it was '84, see George playing Farm Aid. And you can see a dashing young Tom Killen on stage with him. And at the time, Tom had a glorious porn stash. I'm talking straight out of your favorite adult movie. So George started calling him Magnum for a number of reasons.
Yeah, well, it was a beautiful mustache, but my ex-wife calls him Magnum, and she never even knew he had a mustache. What's that about, Tom? What is that about? She is.
We're trying to get him to bring the stash back. What do you think? You think he should grow it back out?
Yeah, you should. You look great with it. It's not going to happen You're not going to give those mustache rides anymore? Buddy, you ain't right. You ain't right, I'm telling you. All right, we're going to do this one. This one goes, here's some Charlie Pride music. It's our first rock and roll song of the day. Yeah. Alan Jackson also had a great cut of this one. It's called Kiss an Angel Sometime Before Noon. I'm going to kiss some tequila in a second. Yeah, it's time. Ever I chance to meet old friends on the street, they wonder how does a man get to be this way. I've always got a smiling face, anytime in any place. Every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've gone to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and you love her like a devil when you get back home. People may try to guess secrets of my happiness, but some of them never learn that it's a simple thing. Now the secret I'm speaking of is a woman and her man in love, and the answer is in the song that I always sing. You've gone to kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and you love her like a devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning. Let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and you love her like a devil when you get back home. Ooh, good morning, angels. Thank you. Great song. We got a request. Jason, this is a good time for me to remind them that it is the morning. We got 19 minutes left till noon, and that's important for one big reason. Why don't you tell them?
Well, it's important to start drinking before noon, because you can't say you've been drinking all day if you don't.
You don't start in the
In
morning.
fact, we should do a drink together. We haven't done one together
Well,
yet.
look at this poor substitute. I'm going to have. They're forcing me to drink water today. That's awful. Well, let's have a drink together, and if we can't have one together, let's all have a drink separately, but in the same room. If you got a drink, raise up your drink. If you can't raise your drink, you're going to have to raise your standards. On the count of three, everybody holler out, yee-haw, then swallow. 1, 2, 3, holler. And swallow. Good morning, angels.
If you don't,
That is the worst tequila I've ever had in my life.
If you don't have one yet, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, we've got the great Alyssa behind the bar today. She will take care of you. She's awesome.
The great Alyssa. She gave herself that nickname, and she is great. And if you don't believe that, just ask her. She'll tell you. But no, the truth is, she does a hell of a job around here. Y'all please take good care of her. And Jason, that reminds me, there are 2 ways to get their songs played. But you told me there's rumors of a third way today. And number 1 way is to do like these folks have done. Throw a little love in the tip jug and tell us what you want to hear. The number 2 way is to scan the QR code you'll see them on your televisions here, your bar tops, tabletops, and you can scan that with your phone and you can request a song from way back yonder. You don't even have to deal with
You
us.
can see the example on the screen
That's
right there.
That's a
It pops
Waylon
right up
Jennings
on the
song
screen.
going out to Jill in just a second. Is Jill in the house? Okay, Jill, we got this one coming right here. And Jason, what's this third way you're talking about?
Well, there is a third way. It may be a bit of a shock to you, but it's been rumored that this band likes to drink a little bit too. So if you would love, if you feel sorry for us, want to bring us a round of drinks, that's a great way to get your song played.
True, we do drink a little bit, and then we drink a little bit more. Here's one going out to Jill. She wanted one by Waylon Jennings. It's about Ike and Tina Turner. It's called A Good-Hearted Woman. It truly is. Waylon was walking down the street in Las Vegas and saw the sign about Ike and Tina, and it said, you know, good time of man with his good-hearted woman, and he's like, boy, there's a song there. And he went and wrote that one. Willie Nelson wrote 2 lines of this song and still gets paid a lot of money for it.
We should also, since it's about Ike and Tina, we should put out the disclaimer, there's no domestic violence in this song.
Be nice, Bill. A long time forgotten, the dreams they just fell by the way. Good life you promised ain't what she's living today. But she never complains of the bad times or the bad things he's done, Lord. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. And she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. And she loves him in spite of those ways that she don't understand. And through teardrops and laughter they'll pass through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman loving her good-timing man. He likes the bright lights and nightlife and good-timing friends. And when the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again, one way or another. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she'll do the best that she can to be a good-hearted woman too that do no good, good-timing man. Woo, woo. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. And she loves me in spite of my wicked ways that she don't understand. There's teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. Thank you. A good-hearted woman, loving and good-timing man. Yeah, she's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. Yeah, it's a Waylon and Willie right there. Thank you. Oh, I bet you would. Bill Cook, what just happened there? Oh,
Honky Tonk Miracle.
it is. Jason, won't you tell everybody what a honky-tonk miracle is?
That is a honky-tonk miracle. It's a very simple concept. One of you honky-tonk heroes, who did it? Who did this one? Where'd this one come from? Thank you. This young man here at the bar, he's a honky-tonk hero. He went to our honky-tonk angel behind the bar, Miss Alyssa, and she has a superpower.
Indeed.
She can make booze magically appear on stage for the band. It's a miracle.
We have a superpower. We can make booze magically disappear on stage as a band. I bet you would. Tom, I'm gonna crack you up in a second. But anytime, you saw it, anytime a honky-tonk miracle occurs,
This is state law, by the way.
since 1796, we must all do the old-fashioned, well, back then it was experimental, kind of a
Very progressive, yes.
idea. But we must all do the holler and a swaller. So if you got a drink, raise your drinks. If you can't raise your drinks, how the hell can I trust you to raise your kids? On the count of 3, everybody holler out, yeehaw, and then swaller in. 1, 2, 3, holler. And swaller. So, who did this? Well, bless your heart. I owe you a song at least. We've got a great human being. Is it Haynes? They might be watching online. Jason, I want you to read this request.
We just talked about that.
You see what it said? Tom, This request, y'all could see it on the screen right there, exactly what it is.
This looks like a job for Bill
It's called Farewell Party. He says he wants to hear, I want to hear Tom play the dog out of it. Swear. I swear.
That's what it says.
So Tom?
Tom will do that. And I have to tell you, we did this song yesterday. We don't get to play this one very often because folks don't request it, but it is one of the greatest, saddest country music songs of all time. Bill Cook will absolutely sing the dog you know what out of this, too.
Well, Bill, I wasn't the same after you sang it yesterday.
I wasn't either. I wanted to take a moment.
I got shook up yesterday when Bill sang this song. And listen, I understand exactly why, why all my exes love you so much. And this is a great song. And this, like yesterday, is our second song about a funeral. Before noon, I see we got the party animals in the house.
I thought yesterday was Sad Song Saturday, but this is Sad Song Sunday for sure.
Oh, my God. So here it is, featuring the great Bill Cook on the vocal and the great Tom Killen. What a man you are, I'll tell you. All right, we've talked him up. Now, Bill, it's okay if you make a mistake, but son.
It's early.
You might want to have that shot before you do it.
I did
Okay, making sure, okay. Some Gene Watson. Beautiful song. Thank you, guys.
When the last breath of life is gone from my body and my lips are as cold as the sea. When my friends gather round for my farewell party, won't you pretend you love me? There'll be flowers from roses who'll cry when I'm gone and leave you in this whole world alone. I know you'll have fun at my farewell party, and I know you'll be glad when I'm gone. Tom Killer.
me chills. And it also sounded good. Bill Cook, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Killen. God, did anybody else get pregnant, or is that just me? I don't know. Yeah, I know. Hey, but that is Bill Cook, and we call him the secret weapon. That's my ex-wife just calls him baby, but we call him the secret weapon, and now you see why. That's why he, you know, it goes to show you, Bill. Like, Vern Gosdin was lucky to have you for 6 years. No, I mean really. Can you imagine somebody that talented and that kind putting up with Vern Gosdin? I mean, goodness. And then Randy Travis. You 13 years with Randy Travis, and now you've been with me here for what?
We got to tell them the Vern Gosdin story
You've
about.
been with me for an hour and a half,
Oh,
and you're about to quit. Yeah. So Vern Gosdin is the only man I know of that's ever fired you, hired you, and hired you in the same day, basically.
Now listen, just so we're clear, that Vern Gosdin, one of the greatest country singers of all time, had a bunch of hits, great songs. But just so you know, was not the most pleasant guy in the world, and famously hated drummers. He had this weird thing about drummers. He even fired a drum machine one time. Said it was speeding up on him. You can't make that up.
Were you with him at that point?
No, I had already left. Yeah, Mike.
And but Bill, you were playing bass with Vern
Yeah.
on the road. And tell everybody what happened.
Well, I started out being a drummer. I played drums first, but anyway, I played bass for Vern, and he fired multiple drummers at times. And I told him, I said, I'll play drums for you this weekend. So I did after he fired the drummer. I played the first night. He called me back to the bus and said, son, and I didn't know what he was going to say, but he said, you know why you'll never be a good drummer?
Never be a good drummer.
I said, why is that, Vern? He says, your arms are too long.
That don't make no sense.
It don't make any sense at
Look
all.
at Mark Mazza's arms. He's a great drummer. He's
I know.
Long arm Mark Mazza.
So I didn't play drums anymore, but I did go back
You
to
went
bass.
back to playing bass. Did you sing on that? Oh, yeah. So you were singing with Vern. Yeah. But yeah, so Vern Gosdin was a lunatic. Yeah. And Bill put up with that nonsense for 6 years. I mean, you know,
That's dog years. That's more like 42 years. I
you
think.
could tell that Bill, you know, whenever his management skills had to have been great, because everybody knows when you talk to an employee or someone that the best way to tell them how to do better is to tell them why they'll never be good at that thing. Son, you know why you'll never be a good drummer? Well, I don't mean to trigger you, but let's do a Vern Gosdin song. Anybody still like Vern Gosdin? Here's a song. I bet you played this one once or twice. A little Set 'em Up Joe. Yeah. Jamie Johnson also had a cut of this. Hey, we got some more Waylon coming up, but we also have some Towns Van Zandt, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard music coming up. Where's Connor? It's Connor. Great songs, man. We're going to get right to them right after this one, okay? This one features the great Tom Killen. He's on the steel guitar and not at all on my nerves yet. And, of course, Bill Cook on the bass. Thank you, brother. Y'all have a good time. They've got a vintage Patrol in 1951. Yeah, with all my favorite records that I grew up on. Not old Hank and Lefty and his P-24. Set 'em up, Joe, and play you walking the floor. Set 'em up, Joe, and play you walking the floor. I'm gonna spend the night like every night before. I'm playing routine, I'm gonna play some more. I gotta have a shot of them old troubadours. Set 'em up, Joe, and lay you walking the floor. Set 'em up, Joe, and lay you walking the floor. Well, my neon neighbors, they like what I play, 'cause they've heard it every night since you walked away. Every day they replace soul be 24, 'cause every night I run a needle through a walking the floor. Every night I run a needle through walking the floor. I'm gonna spend the night like every night before. I'm playing ET and I'm gonna blame some more. I gotta have a shot of them old troubadour. Settle my Joe and play a walk in the floor. Settle my Joe and play a walk in the floor. I said settle my Joe and play a walk in the floor. Settle my Joe and play a walk in the floor. Thank you, Bill. Double shot of Vern Gosdin. Not to trigger you, Bill. Is it raining at your house like it's raining in mine? You miss me like I miss you. Is it cloudy all the time? Do you tremble when the phone rings and you think I'm on the line? Is it raining at your house like it's raining at mine? Does it thunder and lightning even when the sun shines? Is it raining at your house like it's raining at mine? Is it raining at your place just like it is over here? If it is, well then, sweetheart, like me, I know you're scared. I just called to console you, like any old friend would do. Is it raining at your house? By the way, I still love you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. What do y'all think about this band? Beautiful, beautiful music. And I don't reckon that Haynes is in the house, right? Haynes Porter requested a song. We just played it. They wanted I Never Go Around Mirrors, and they said, thanks for playing real country. And that's a good time for me to remind everybody about the 3 rules. Yeah. Used to be the 2 rules of AJ's. Yeah. Well, there's 3 now, Bill.
3 now?
You know.
Oh, what happened the other night?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well.
It was an accident.
Well, Bill Cook, there is the Bill Cook Amendment on Alan Jackson's rules. So, Alan Jackson, forever, there was 2 rules for playing here, right? And now there's a 3rd rule that became rule number 1. It's called the Bill Cook Addendum. And
Now you've probably noticed, you see on the screen, Alan Jackson's Bar, they've been doing this for a while. It's excellent. They broadcast all the bands playing down here all over the world. Anywhere in the world you can get to their Facebook page. You can watch the bands playing down here. And that's what happened. Alan happened to be watching one night we were playing. And what happened?
Well, the new rule number one got into effect. We're playing a late night gig in here. Bill Cook's over here, looking great in the light like always. He's just into it. He's rocking out, you know. So the next morning, we don't think much of it. We're like, hey, it was a good show. Alan Jackson gets us all on a damn Zoom call, 6:30 a.m. He'd just been up all night being amazing, but he had been thinking about it. He goes, boys? We go, yes, sir. And he said, yes, Big Al, what can we do for you? And that's what Bill Cook calls him, is Big Al. He goes, He goes, listen, I know you know the two rules, right? And he goes, we go, yeah. He goes, well, I want to go over everything with you. So there's a new rule number one. Rule number one, from now on, Bill Cook has to keep his shirt on. Yeah. Said, and he goes, Big Al, I thought it was a good show. And he said, I'm not worried about what the barmaid or any of that. I'm talking about Bill Cook's up there, glistening in the stage lights. He's shirtless. I mean, this guy's just going at it, rocking out. There's a line of women right here ready to meet him, a couple guys too. It's fine, love is love, Bill. But he was just so into it, and Alan Jackson said, boys, I just think it takes away from the overall meaning of the bar and what we're trying to get done. And he goes, okay, and, you know, fine. So that's, look at Bill. He's wearing three shirts. He's wearing three. That's three shirts Bill Cook right there. So, Bill, you've kept your shirt on. You've layered up just in case of an emergency. So that's three-shirt Bill Cook. He's rule number one right there is taken care of. Thank you, Bill, for being responsible. Now, rule number two is he said, now remember, boys, I didn't name it Bill Cook's Bad Time Bar. I named it Alan Jackson's Good Time Bar. So you got to make sure they're all having a good time. Are y'all having a good time at Alan Jackson's bar so far? All right, thank you. Great. So rule number two, we're good. Now, rule number three, right here. And he said, boys, keep it country. And then that's when Bill Cook spoke up. He said, excuse me, Big Al, if I may. What'd he say, Jason?
Well, this is the only bar in this entire district, and this is a true story. This came straight from Alan Jackson. We play country music here. You can go up and down the street and hear all the bad 90s rock you want. Well, we play country music here, and that's a privilege. That's not a rule, y'all.
Yep. So that's rule number three, is all country. So Haynes, that wanted here never go around mirrors, and he said, thanks for playing real country. We're going to get to that song again. We've already played it, but we're going to leave it on the board for just a second. We got to do some great requests. Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve's watching. I don't do that one. We can do another Charlie Pride for you, though. Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve, he's watching up in Buffalo, Minnesota. All right. So we're going to do this one. This one goes out to Connor. Connor, thank you very much, and welcome in. We also have some Lukenbach, Texas, and some, we got some great music coming up. Thank you guys for being good to us. Remember, there's two ways to get your songs played. Number one is to throw love in the tip jug. Number two is scan the QR codes. And three-way is you get the band a round of drinks, and we'll be glad to play a song for you. We don't ever beg you for money, but sometimes I'll beg you for some tequila. All right, here we go. Here's a, which you would. All right, here's one right here written by the great Townes Van Zandt and made famous by Willie Nelson and Merle Haggard by request. Thank you. Living on the road, my friend, gonna keep you free and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath as hard as kerosene. Weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seemed. Thanks, guys. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dream. Pancho was a bandit boss. His horse was fast as polished steel. He wore a gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, in the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. That's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. If he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to, just the Pancho bit down south where it ended up in Lefty's mouth. Yeah, they left for Pancho alone and Lefty split for Ohio, and where he got the bread to go. Ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Oh, it's still how Pancho fell. Left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, and so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. And now he's grown old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. Only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. Thank you. It's the Towns Van Zandt, Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard music. Hi there. How are you?
I bet Bill sings it. I bet you could sing Go Rest High on that mountain.
Oh, Hennis. It's Hennis Porter that wanted to hear. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. Couldn't pronounce your name. Hey, this is a great song here. Does anybody do this one?
Bill, do you sing A11? Yeah, I love it. I don't think I have enough to sing it.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Let's do. Guys, welcome in. Now, I want to make sure we're playing all your favorite songs. This one, next one goes out to Connor. Wanted some Lukenbach, Texas. So I want to tell y'all. So we get some requests sometimes we don't know. Songs we might know, but we might know them differently. We might mess them up. Sometimes we just plain don't know them. Hennis, we do have some great requests from you. We're going to do I Never Go Around Mirrors, but we just have to spread it out from since the last time we played it. And then we also have, you wanted to hear A11. Jason would normally sing that song. The problem with Jason has been under the weather with some allergies, and his voice is about 40% here, right?
At best.
At best. He really doesn't have much to be able to sing it, and I don't do that song.
Who was it that asked for it?
Hennis, the guy that, the same person wants to,
online or
he's
something?
online, I believe, yeah.
See if we could do, I could get through Busted in Austin. and 11
How about, I'll tell you what, Hennis, we'll do another Johnny Paycheck song for you, and if that's not going to work, then come down here and Tom Kill on the Indian leg wrestle you for the difference of it. But let's do another one, and then we got some first we got some Lukenbach, Texas, and then we got some we're going to do some Charlie Pride, but then some Johnny Paycheck. I want to welcome everybody into Alan Jackson's Good Time Bar. We're going to be here till about 2 o'clock. We want to make sure we're playing your favorite songs. So I'm going to come around and say howdy to everybody and find out if you have any requests. Now, I don't beg you for money. I don't hit you up hard like all the other bands on this street will. But I will have a tip jug with me, and that's like a big, drunken, dysfunctional, honky-tonk jukebox coming by you. And let me know if we can do anything for you. If you don't have a request, but you want to support live music, we truly do appreciate it when you tip the band. Remember, never a cover charge on these doors, but we do charge you $20 to leave. You got to keep that in mind, so you might as well request a song. But welcome in. I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Bill Cook for this next one, a great Waylon and Willie song right here, and then some Johnny Paycheck music. Thank you. All requests. Don't mess it up.
Yeah, y'all be good to Rooster as he comes by. Russell, I mean.
Well, my mama named me Rooster,
I know.
and, you know, because I was born early in the morning, and I was just squawking and crying and carrying on. As she told me, she goes, I named you that because I knew you would just annoy me forever. And I was like, that's a hell of a thing for you to say while you're in prison, you know? I mean, but it is what it is. So I go by my middle name, which is Russell.
Russell.
Yeah, Rooster,
Either one.
Russell, either one. Hey, but this is Bill Cook. Don't mess this. Hey, Tom, this could be my big break, and you're over there goofing off.
Miss Alyssa, can I get a soda water with lime when you get a chance?
All right, here's a little Waylon Jennings. Well, the only two things in life that make it worth living are these guitars that tune good and firm, feeling women. 'Cause I don't need my name in the marquee lights. I've got my song and I've got y'all with us tonight. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas with Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feeling like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between those Hank Williams Spain songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes crying in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. We'll sell those diamond rings, we'll buy some boots and faded jeans, and we'll go away. This cold tide's choking me, and in your high society you cry all day. We've been so busy keeping up with the Jones. 4-car garage and they're still building on. Maybe it's time we got back to the basics of love. Let's go to Lukenbach, Texas with Waylon and Willie and the boys. The successful life we're living's got us feuding like the Hatfields and McCoys. Between those Hank Williams Spain songs and Newberry's train songs and Blue Eyes cry in the rain. Out in Lukenbach, Texas, ain't nobody feeling no pain. All right, man. Gonna look at Texas with Waylon and the boys. Yeah, the successful life we're living is kind of feeling like the Hatfields and McCoy. Between those Hank Queen Spain songs and Jerry Jeff Train songs and Blue Eyes Crying the Rain. And look about Texas, Lord, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. Yes, out about Texas, there ain't nobody feeling no pain. Let's look about Texas.
Bill Cook, Willie Ann Whalen right there. We did have we had a Johnny Paycheck request. I don't think I can get through that other one. We can do this one for sure. This is a fun one. Johnny Paycheck by request. Here we go. I'm busted and Austin, walking around in a daze. I'm sitting in the slammer, looking through these bars in a haze. But it'll all clear up in 11 months and 29 days. Keep that Lone Star cold and the dance floor hot while I'm gone. Keep that Lone Star cold, the dance floor hot while I'm gone. Keep your hands off my woman, I ain't gonna be gone that long. Tom killing y'all. That old judge put a sledgehammer in my hands when he said, I'm gonna send you to Huntsville, shave your face and your head. I'm doing 1129, boys, with a cement floor from my bed. Oh, one more time, Tom Kelly. Well, I'm busted and lost and walking around in a haze. Now I'm sitting in the slammer, looking through these bars in a haze. It'll all clear up in 11 months and 29 days. Johnny Paycheck music, y'all.
All right, guys, thank you so much for all the requests. We're doing all requests here on a Sunday. It's been Sad Song Sunday today so far, but this one goes out to Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve, I don't do this, the one you asked for, Steve, and we appreciate you always being good to us, but here's a different Charley Pride song that he had requested. All right, here's some Charley Pride by request. Anybody else still like Charley Pride? I hope so. It's a country song right here, Bill. Rain dripping down the brim of my hat, it sure is cold today. Here I am walking down 66, and I wish he hadn't done me this way. Sleeping under a table in a roadside park, a man could wake up dead, but it sure feels warmer than it did sleeping in our king-size bed. And is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I forget I've ever known her. Wind whipping down the neck of my shirt like I ain't got nothing on. But I'd rather fight the wind and rain than what I've been fighting at home. Yonder come a truck with U.S. mail and people writing letters back home. Tomorrow she'll probably want me back, but I'll still be just as gone. Is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I can forget I've ever known her. I said, is anybody going to San Antonio or Phoenix, Arizona? Any place is alright as long as I can forget I've ever known her. Yeah, it's a Charley Pride by request. Thank you. All right, so here's what we got coming up. Here's what we've got coming up. Apparently, I'm getting married soon. You never know, Tom. When I get married, are you going to be at my wedding? You're going to be at my farewell party? Tom said he'll dance at my wedding. If you think Tom's a good steel guitar player, you should see him dance sometime. Yeah. Oh, no, he is a good dancer. He's got a special dance. He only does, somebody give him a shot of Crown Royal. He'll show you a special dance that only Tom Killen can do. Ah, there it is. It's a forward moonwalk. It's an inverted moonwalk. He moonwalks
He defies
forward.
physics when he does it.
Yeah. All right, so I got a message from, you know, that one down in Panama City, Jason. The legend of Brittany Sloan messaged me and said, "We're getting married soon. I swear to God, just for your information." Okay, but we got for Hennis. We do have some. I never go around mirrors, and then we've got some Georgia on a Fast Train, and some Great Afternoon coming up. We also have some George Strait, You Look So Good in Love coming up, as Alan Jackson, Gone Country, and Merle Haggard, Are the Good Times Really Over for Good. Keep those requests coming. You can always tip the band and tell us what you want to hear, or you can scan the QR codes. You'll see them on the TV screen, of tabletops, bar tops, and request songs that way. You folks watching online, keep them coming. Thank you for being good to us. I got to do a Chris Christopherson song. Anybody out there like Chris Christopherson music? I hope so. Chris is a songwriter, and pretty much, even if you don't like Chris Christopherson, your favorite singer probably loves him. All right, this is called Loving Her Was Easier. Song that Roger Miller cut, Waylon Jennings, a bunch of people cut this song right here. I have seen the morning burning golden on the mountain in the sky, aching with the feeling of a freedom of an eagle when she flies, and turning on the world the way she smiled upon my soul as I lay dying, healing as the colors of a sunshine and the shadows of her eyes, waking every morning to the feeling of her fingers on my skin, wiping out the traces of the people and the places that I'd been, teaching me that yesterday was something that I never thought of trying, and talking of tomorrow and the money, love, and time we had to spend. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Together, never known before in my time. She ain't ashamed to be a woman or afraid to be a friend. I don't know the answer to the easy way she's opened every door in my mind, but dreaming was as easy as believing it was never gonna end. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Chris Christopherson, thank you very much. Thank you guys. Beautiful song. And we're getting the band back together again. We got some great ones to do. And this one goes, we're going to send this one out to Hennis. But first, we got to do some Billy Joe Shaver and some Merle Haggard, y'all. We got George on a Fast Train, and then we'll do Gone Country. right, Tom. You cold over there by the door, Tom? Tom said it's a little chilly by the door, and it makes you tuning your guitar easy, doesn't it, Tom? Yeah, when it's really cold like that, it just. Hey, Tom, how much does your rig weigh? Like your amp?
5,000 pounds.
Yeah, a lot.
You need to get one of them jobs right there.
I've been telling him.
I know it. I mean, like the whole rig on my car is over 200 pounds.
300? Over 200 pounds. Tom Killen's equipment is over 200 pounds, and so is the musical instruments he uses. All right, we got a big request for some Billy Joe Shaver. Tom, you ever met Billy Joe? Did you ever meet him? Did you really? He was a character. Damn right he was. Really? Oh, really? Oh, man. We got to get Mark to tune in one day, man. All right, here we go. Here's some Billy Joe Shaver by request. Thank you guys for being so good to us. Welcome to AJ's Good Time Bar. On a rainy Wednesday morning, that's the day that I was born in that old sharecropper wandering country shack. They say my mammy left me on the same day that she had me. Said she hit the road and never once looked back. Well, I just thought I'd mention that my grandma's old age pension is the reason why I'm standing here today. Got all my country learning just to dig it and a churning big it cause there is hell in Bellamy. I've been told on a fast train, honey. I was born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. Here in Sweet Carolina, I don't think I'll ever find another woman put together like you are. Yeah, wiggling your walking and your big silly talk and your brand new shiny Plymouth Rock dog car. Well, it's hurry up and wait in this world of give and take. It seems like as it makes the waves every time. I declare to my soul when I hear those ages roll, am I gonna get my share of mine? I've been drove on a fast train, honey. I was born no yesterday. Got a good Christian raising and 8th grade education. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. I've been drove on a fast train, honey. I was born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. Ain't no need y'all to treat me this way. Ooh, Billy Joe Shaver by request. Thank you. Goes out to Steve. Buffalo, Minnesota Steve. Remember when he came down here a few weeks ago? Tom, you weren't on that gig, I don't reckon. I think Lauren was here that day. Buffalo, Minnesota Steve. He made sure we had enough drinks that day. I don't remember how that gig went, but
He made sure we had enough drinks
somebody told me I
for
had a great
everybody for
Yeah,
days.
Yeah, somebody told me I had a great time that day. But we got to do one for Hennis. I promised we'd do it. Big old request. This one goes out to Hennis Porter. Wanted some I Never Go Around Mirrors. We did it earlier, but we'll do it again. Welcome in, and just like Hennis just told us, thank you for playing real country music. We're playing country music. We got this one. We got some George Strait, some Alan Jackson coming up, and we also have some Merle Haggard music coming up. Thank you all for being so good to us. Keep those requests coming, guys. We're playing all the way up to about 2 o'clock, so let us know what we can do for you. All right, Tom, you better be tuned and ready to go. Let me call Danny Muhammad, get him down here. He'll tune you up. I'm going to bring a little heater in for your steel guitar and keep it right where. Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it, though. Look, see, this is a steel guitar player for you. Just over there yapping, just complaining. Another day, somebody said, hey, why do you got to make everybody miserable? And Tom said, do I make you miserable? And they said, yeah. And he goes, then I'm doing my job. He said, I'm here to play country music till I lose everything I got. And here's a good start at it right here. So Keith Whitley by request. I can't stand to see a good man go to waste. One who never combs his hair or shaves his face. A man who leans on wine over love that's told a lie. Oh, and it tears me up to see a grown man cry. So I never go around mirrors. I can't stand to see me without you by my side. No, I never go around mirrors. I got a heartache too high. I can't stand to be where heartaches hang around. It's so easy for the blues to get me down. To see a grown man crawl, and it's more than I can stand. Oh, and I can't look into the eyes of half a man. So I never go around mirrors. I can't stand Tom Kelly, ladies and gentlemen. Country music. We're here to play country music till we lose everything we got back. What do y'all think about this band? Somebody give me a yeehaw. Everybody give me a hell yeah. Yeah. Somebody give me a tequila. Is that going to work today? I think that's going to work. Somebody will give me a tequila. Everybody gave me yeehaws and hell yeahs. All it takes is one brave person to give us a drink. Hey, well, that's okay. Well, tequila makes Bill Cook's clothes fall off. That's why he's wearing 3 layers, just in case. Yeah. We got a request for some Alan Jackson, some Gone Country. Yeah. Now, this song was written by one of my favorite songwriters, a guy by the name of Bob McDill. And Bob McDill also wrote the song Amanda. He wrote Good Old Boys Like Me. He wrote a bunch of great ones. And he also wrote this song called Gone Country. We really like this one. Some Alan Jackson and Alan Jackson's Bar. Sounds cliched, but that's what we're here to do.
Do any of you folks still love Alan Jackson out there? So you're probably in the wrong bar if you don't.
She's been playing that room on the strip for 10 years in Vegas. Every night she looks in the mirror, she only ages. She's been reading about Nashville and all the records they're buying. Says I'm a simple girl myself, I grew up on Long Island. So she packs her bags to make her stay. Says this might be my last stand. She's gone country. Look at them boots. She's gone country. Back to her roots. She's gone country. A new kind of suit. She's gone country. Where she gone? Well, the folks see still, he's holding out in a village. He's been writing a song, speaking out against the wealth and the privilege. He said, well, I don't believe in money, but a man can make him a killing. Thank you, sir. 'Cause some of that stuff don't sound much different than Dylan. Well, I hear down there, it's strange you see, they're not as backwards as they used to be. He's gone country, look at them boots. He's gone country, back to his roots. He's gone country, a new kind of suit. He's gone country, here it comes. Got a house in the valley, but the bills are piling up and the pop scene just ain't on the rally. He says, honey, I'm serious, composer of school of voice and composition. But with the crime and the smog these days, this ain't no place for children. Lord, it sounds so easy, shouldn't take long. Be back in the money in no time at all. He's gone country, look at them boots. He's gone country, back to his roots. He's gone country, a new kind of suit. He's gone country, Here it comes. He's gone country, a new kind of walk. He's gone country, a new kind of talk. He's gone country. Yeah, look at them boots. He's gone country. Oh, back to his roots. He's gone country. He's gone country. Everybody's gone country. World's gone country. Thank you. From Alan Jackson by request. Great song from the 90s. Thank you. All right, we had a request for some Merle Haggard. Anybody still love Merle Haggard? We got a couple Merle Haggard songs. We still have some George Strait coming up. Without the fiddle. What is
That one's a hard one without the fiddle. Living on Love.
No, we haven't done it. It's just Living on Love and what? We haven't done it. It's just hard to do. Living on Love. We do 5 o'clock somewhere for sure. Living on Love has got that fiddle part. Yeah, we definitely got you for that. Yeah. Where are you from? Richmond. Oh, I know that. I know the area. Yeah, she's from Virginia. You know, Bill. They say that Virginia is for lovers.
That's what I hear.
It's actually for ex-lovers. I have 3 ex-girlfriends live in Virginia. All my exes live either in Virginia or at Bill Cook's house. I wish a buck was still silver. It was back when the country was strong. It was back before Elvis, before the Vietnam War came along. For the Beatles and yesterday, when a man would still work as still could. The best of the free life behind us now, and are the good times really over for good? Or are we rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell? With no kind of chance for the flag or the Liberty Bell. I wish a Ford and a Chevy, they would still last 10 years like they should. It's the best of the free life behind us now, and are the good times really over for good? I wish Coke was still cola, and a joint was a bad place to be. It was back before Nixon lied to us all on TV. Before microwave ovens, when a girl could still cook and still chop wood. It's the best of the free life behind us now, but are the good times really over for good? Or are we rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell? With no kind of chance Stop rolling downhill like a snowball headed for hell. Stand up for the flag and let's all ring the Liberty Bell. Let's make a Ford and a Chevy that'll still last 10 years like they should. 'Cause the best of the free life is still yet to come. And the good times, I say the good times ain't over for good. Merle Haggard by request. I always dedicate that to Tom Killen. Sometimes Tom Killen calls me on Mondays and gives me about a 20-minute rant on the state of things in this country. It just goes on and just, you know. And then he'll say, all right, buddy, I'll see you this weekend. Hangs up on me. Just confirming the schedule. I know. Look at him. Don't get him started. You know, you're going to, hey, somebody bring him a Crown Royal. With inflation, bring him two. Oh, man. We got some great ones, y'all, coming up. We got some George Strait, You Look So Good, with Tom Killen. All right, here, this one goes out to our friends from Ohio, from Cleveland. Let's do a G-Day.
Cheetah A.
G-Day. I don't think I have a voice for young George Strait. There's two George Strait voices. There's young George Strait. and current George Strait. George Strait's never old. It's like me saying old Bill Cook. Like, no. George Strait, I saw him live at concert once, and I've seen him a few times. But one time, they did Where the Sidewalk Ends, and that song gets up there. And he goes, boy, Dusty could hit them notes, couldn't he? Because he backed off of it, you know. He was like, he said, Dusty could hit them notes because it was in pure country, and he's talking about when he was younger. I don't have the voice today to do young George Strait, so we're going to change the key. On your cheeks is more than the wine. He must do something that I didn't do. Whatever he's doing, it looks good on you. You look so good in love. You want him, that's easy to see. So good in love. I wish you still wanted me. He must have stolen some stars from the sky. He gave them to you to wear in your eyes. I had my chances, but I set you free. Darling, I wasted a lot of years not seeing the real you. But tonight, your beauty is shining through. I never took the time to let you know. So before he takes you away, please let me say, you look so good in love. You want him, that's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. You look so good in love. You want him, that's easy to see. You look so good in love. I wish you still wanted me. Thank you, George Strait. I think that's the second time I've ever tried that song. Make some noise for this band up here. It's such a good job. Yeah, damn good. I mean, as sober as we are, you know. Wait. I'm sorry. We're not all the way sober, but we're getting dangerously close, Jason. You know, it's very risky to let this band sober up because it takes a little bit of booze and regret to be able to play these kind of songs. And we got this one here coming up. Buffalo, Minnesota Steve wants to hear some more Merle Haggard, some Great Afternoon. Yeah. Tom, are you having a great afternoon so far? Playing country music till you lose everything you got. What do y'all think about handsome Tom Killen over there? Do you like him? Boy, my ex-wife loves him. And he said she all right. 30 years with the great George Jones, ladies and gentlemen. George Jones was his front man for 30 years. That's amazing. It's hard to believe anybody tolerated you that long, or anybody tolerated Jones. That's longer than any of his relationships lasted, too. And then over here, speaking of relationships, this is Bill Cook, ladies and gentlemen. 6 years with the great Vern Gosdin, 13 years with Randy Travis. What is it, 13 weeks now with my third ex-wife? How's that going? She doing okay? She's doing better, isn't she? She's doing a lot better. She's getting done a lot better. Okay.
Hey, speaking of ex-wives, you started this.
What happened?
I've been meaning to tell you that last one.
God, what
Tom knows her.
Yeah, what she do?
She's doing better now.
Of course she's doing Tom.
She gets 3 meals a day. She gets a 10-minute phone call on the weekend.
Oh yeah, she's incarcerated again.
You didn't know about that?
I didn't. Well, thank God she's off the streets, Jason. I mean, the safest place for all of us is for her to be incarcerated. But you still go see her over there.
Yeah, Tom, Bill, both. Yeah.
Wow, that's a hell of a conjugal visit. God dang. Y'all are killing me today. They tell so many bad jokes all day long. I'm up here just trying to play country music. And y'all are up. Bill Cook won't stop running his mouth. It's a funny thing. You can't get a word in edgewise with this guy around. Brags on himself all the time.
Well, speaking of Bill, we got to talk about this. Now, you guys can see up on the screen, Alan Jackson broadcasts the bands down here. You can watch anywhere in the world. You can get to Alan Jackson's Facebook page. You can watch the bands playing down here. And on our phones, we've got these usually pulled up. There's a comment section, and you're not supposed to read the comments.
I don't look at it.
That's like the #1 rule of the internet, right? Don't read the comments. But there was a comment a few weeks ago. We were in here on a Sunday morning, and somebody just typed in all caps, Bill Cook, ... Always looks so tan.
Well, he does.
It's the light. It's this light right here.
And well, I'll tell you how he gets it. It's supple skin, Bill Cook. Yes, sir. Here's how he gets it. Every morning, he's got this really strict regimen he does. he's got his skincare routine. But the big thing he told me was getting morning sunlight every day that there's any sun at all. You get out there. He'll be out in my ex-wife's garden doing Tai Chi, shirtless. Well, she told me not a stitch of clothing on you. She said it's fascinating, and to the point that you can actually subscribe to his OnlyFans to tune into. I mean, Lonely Fans, and tune in. $5.99 a month to get you all the Bill Cook you can handle. We got some great requests. Here's one, and we got some. Here's the way it's going. We got some Merle Haggard. Then we have some Sunday Morning Coming Down. And Bill, what was that?
This is a drinking song. It's a Merle Haggard drinking song. We haven't done a drink together in a little while. If you don't have a drink by now, that is our MVP, Miss Alyssa behind the bar. She's awesome. Please go see her. She will take care of you. If you do have a drink, let's raise them up together one time. It's Sunday afternoon, y'all. We're going to do a drinking song. And on the count of three, we're going to blow the roof right off this place with a holler. 1, 2, 3, holler! I swallowed. Cheers, y'all.
Last night we had one hell-raising time, and nipping on tequila and sucking on lime. Sunrise chased good times away, and good morning would have been the wrong thing to say. And a pounding in the top of my head, well, it didn't leave me any too soon. I can say we've had a good morning, but dang, it's been a great afternoon. Yeah, you nursed me through the morning while I was really down. Then a rowdy afternooner got me up and around. Last night we had a hell-raising time. Oh, today won't be forgotten too soon. I can't say we've had a good morning, but dang, it's been a great afternoon. Yeah, you nursed me through the morning while I was really down. Then a rowdy afternoon got me up and around. Yes, last night we had a hell-raising time. No, today won't be forgotten too soon. I can't say we've had a good morning, but girl, it's been a great afternoon. Thank you. By request, going out to our friend Buffalo, Minnesota Steve watching up there. We got some Sunday Morning Coming Down. We actually need to do that Alan Jackson song first. Some 5 o'clock somewhere. All right. Well, then we got some more George Strait coming up, but first we got to do some Alan Jackson music and Alan Jackson's Bar. Who's here having a good time at AJ's Good Time Bar? All right. You know what? If anybody sees a tequila out there, I don't want to force you, but if you see a tequila running wild, bring it home to Daddy, because I'm sure missing it right now. You know, truth is, Wayne Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and I'm already missing that next shot of tequila I ain't took yet. Let's do it. Let's do it right here. Some good 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, it's a song Alan did a few years ago with a guy named Jimmy Buffett.
What about Jimmy Buffett? You know him?
Yeah, I'll tell you all a good Jimmy Buffett story. So my dad, Barry Chance, played guitar with Jimmy Buffett for a long time. Y'all remember Jimmy Buffett, right? We get done with this song, I'll tell you a good Jimmy Buffett story.
All right, here it is. Some Alan Jackson music in Alan Jackson's bar. Called It's 5 o'clock somewhere, going out to Virginia. Good to see you, and thank you for tipping the band. Here it goes. Don't mess it up, Bill. Everybody's watching. Got it. I got it. Always eyes on him. Sun is hot and that old clock is moving slow. And so am I. The workday passes like molasses in the wintertime. Oh, but it's July. Getting paid by the hour, older by the minute. Boss just pushed me over the limit. I like to call him something, but I think I'll just call it a day. Pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. This lunch break is gonna take all afternoon and half a night. Tomorrow morning I know there'll be hell to pay. Oh, but that's alright. Ain't had a day off now in over a year. My Jamaican vacation's gonna start right here. If the phone's for me, you can tell them I've just sailed away. And pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I could pay off my time, pour myself in a cab, and be back to work before 2. At a moment like this, I can't help but wonder, what would Jimmy Buffett do? Or Bill Cook? They'd say, pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. Pour me something tall and strong, make it a hurricane before I go insane. It's only 12:30, I don't care. Bill Cook don't care.
I don't really care.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Bill, what planet am I on?
I don't know. Are you here?
I don't know. What stage am I on? I'm just trying to keep it between the navigational beacons, son.
You'll find it.
Son,
Let me tell you.
I'll fire you. Welcome to AJ's Good Time Bar. Thank you for being good to us today. Make some noise with this band up here. Thank you. Alan Jackson by request.
Okay, I promised I would tell y'all a Jimmy Buffett story. This is a great one.
Sorry to interrupt, but this.
Oh, we had a honky tonk miracle.
Yeah. And state law makes us stop everything and give a public service announcement. Ever since 1796, when Tennessee became a state, it's part of the state constitution. Anytime a honky tonk miracle occurs, we have to do this public service announcement. It's for our safety and for yours and for the good time of the establishment. Tell them what a Honky Tonk Miracle is.
It's a very simple concept. One of you honky tonk heroes has gone to our honky tonk angel behind the bar. That is Miss Alyssa. She has a superpower, y'all. She can make booze magically appear on stage for the band. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
You know, we have a superpower too, Jason. We can make booze magically disappear on stage as a band. And in honor of a Honky Tonk Miracle that came all the way from the Honky Tonk Heroes from Texas, thank you guys, bless your heart. If you got a drink, raise your drink. If you can't raise your drinks, you're going to have to raise my kids for me or raise your credit score or something. On the count of three, everybody holler out where you're from as loud as you can, and then swallow in. 1, 2, 3, holler! I don't know, it sounds like a bunch of drunk Americans raising hell. Cheers, guys, and thank you. Welcome. Now, Jason, tell that Jimmy Buffett story. I love this.
Okay, this is one I can actually tell over the microphone. So I told you guys a little bit ago, my dad played guitar with Jimmy for a long time, and they came to Dad's house years ago when they were going to write a Jimmy Buffett biography and got this story straight from him because he was there. Now, Jimmy Buffett, of course, we got 2 Florida men on stage today. They can attest to this. Jimmy Buffett is like a god in the state of Florida, right?
That's right.
Well, this was around 1979. Jimmy was doing a lot of drugs. They were all doing a lot of drugs.
No.
That's
The
what they
hell
were
you
doing
say?
back Jimmy had a bunch of cocaine. They were down in Florida, and, in the middle of Florida around 79, and Jimmy just goes out on a cocaine binge and buys a Porsche. So he comes to Dad's hotel room in the middle of the night, and he's like, hey, come get in this Porsche with me. We're going to take it out on the Florida Turnpike. And Dad said, I was asleep. I woke up. It was like 3 a.m. Okay, Jimmy, all right. So he goes and gets in the Porsche with Jimmy, and he says, we get out on the Florida Turnpike, and he said, I looked over at the speedometer, and by the time we hit the bottom of the exit ramp to get on the interstate, we were doing 90. He said, and then the next thing I know, we were doing 150 miles an hour on the Florida Turnpike at 3 a.m. at the height of like drug cartels going on in a black Porsche. He's like, I know Jimmy's got cocaine in this car. This is very bad. This is very bad. And the next thing Dad said he heard, you can read this in the biography, was this sound that was like, there was a helicopter flying above them that went up ahead and landed in the middle of the Florida Turnpike. They had set up a roadblock because Jimmy had blown through like 3 or 4 radar checks going 150. They set up the entire Florida State Patrol in the middle of the interstate. They all get out with their guns drawn, and Jimmy like pulls the Porsche up. They surround the car with their guns, and the lead cop gets out of the helicopter. He's got his flashlight. He's very pissed off. And he bangs on the window, tick, 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 tick. And Dad's like, God, we're going to prison. I know we're going to prison. Jimmy rolls his window down and looks up, and the cop goes, oh my God, it's Jimmy Buffett. Guys, it's Jimmy Buffett. So the whole cops surround the car, and he signs autographs for like 5 minutes in the middle of the interstate, in the middle of the night. And they let him go.
Of course.
Hey, you know, I think that's awesome.
And that's my Jimmy Buffett story for y'all today.
I love that. And, you know, Jason's full of country music history. And but I love stories like that. But it makes me, Jason, think maybe you and I should have a few more drinks. Maybe find a little good time Tom
I don't
Killen
think you
stuff.
could get away with that today.
And then let's go buy a Porsche. Dude, let's take Tom, you and me and Tom Killen. We'll say Tom Killen's going to drive us. He's going to drive us all the way back from here to Poplar Bluff, Missouri, as fast as that thing will go. That's where Tom's from. He's from a big city called Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And he said, son, you ain't never seen a big city till you go there. So, no. Hey, we got to do this one for Texas. Come on in, you're allowed in. We've been saving seats for good people. Y'all look pretty good. But I love it when people stand outside and they're like, we have a limited time here. We got to make sure every band we hear is worth our time. I'll just go ahead and tell you we're not. But the bar is pretty awesome, and Alyssa's here, and she does a great job. So that's true. Well, we got to do this one for Texas. Thank you. They bought us a round of drinks, and I hope they post my bell later. Thank you, guys. Here it is, some Chattahoochee and Chill. Shots. Hey, shots to the band again. Why not, Bill Cook? Come on, man. Oh, I bet you would. That's right. What do y'all think about this band? Do you like them? It's a lot better with Tom here. I was going to say. Are you over there still? Are you still mad? If you ever see a steel guitar player that's in a good mood, you have the wrong steel guitar player. Look at this. Look at me, just madder now. You know, I want to give Tom a microphone, and Jason said, no, don't give him a microphone. Give him a bullhorn. Just let him
Be like a carnival barker.
Yeah,
over here.
yeah. He just that's Tom Kill. Tom, how do you feel about that door being open? How do you really feel? Tell me the truth.
He brought his parka.
She said, "No, I don't think so. It can't be that. Is that door raising your taxes or causing inflation, Tom? Is there a food shortage because of that door?" Heat shortage. Tom, I'm going to give you my microphone while I leave the stage. I want you to just tell them how you feel about things. Yeah. Tom's actually a great singer, but he's just such a daggone liability to have a microphone anywhere near him.
Josh Mallard's in the house too. We got a celebrity here.
Yeah, well, we're careful with those two characters. My God, something will get burned down in here. Hey, but listen, you know, I always brag on this band. We love playing your requests, and I think they do a hell of a job. And I'm actually grateful that they, for real, and I mean this. I say this a lot. I mean it. I give them a hard time, but I love these guys. They are truly the best in the business, or at least the best that'll answer my calls. And I don't know why they do. I don't know why they do, because I'm just come up and I harass this guy right here. He's not only the most handsome man standing right here, but he's also a great bass player, such a great singer, and I am grateful to have Bill Cook with me. Bill, I give you a hard time, and I only mean it about half the time. On the drums today, all the way from Florida, that is my friend, Mr. Mark Mazza. I don't give Mark any hard time, any at all. Because number one, you don't give Florida man a hard time, especially when your back's turned to it. Second of all, he is the grooviest SOB I've ever known, and he does such a good job. I don't even want to get cross with Mark at all. That's Mark Mazza. He's awesome. You're right. He might stab me or throw an alligator at me or something. Now, Tom Killen, you've already heard him run his mouth. 30 years with George Jones, but you know what? I think you'll see him on Fox News next week opining on something. But Tom Killen over here, ladies and gentlemen, on steel guitar all the way from Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and I'm grateful to have him with us. And this is Mr. Jason Chance. This is the wind beneath my wings. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't give Jason a hard time either. And the reason I don't give Jason a hard time is because, well, I'm a little scared of Jason, but he is, in my opinion, the best person to have running the show with you. And he's a Nashville native, and he's going to do this next song, some Johnny Cash, some Sunday Morning Coming Down. And this one goes out to Steve up at the Horse and Around Bar in Michigan. Thank you guys very much.
Well, Steve, I hope you guys will bear with me. I've had some allergies going on this week and don't have much of a voice left, but I love this song.
You know what you're allergic to is playing late night gigs and drinking 10 shots of Jameson. No, it's not.
It's the door,
He's still on the door. But guys, I'm going to come see you and find out if you have any other requests, and I'm going to turn it over to Jason. Jason, remember, if you can't sing this song well, neither could Johnny Cash. So it's totally fine. So I'm going to come say hey. I'm talking about Johnny Cash. You think he was a master vocalist? No, he was a master storyteller. He was an intimidating person. That's what made his voice awesome. Wasn't that he was Bill Cook up there singing a farewell party or something. But let me know what you want to hear as I come around. I will have a tip jug. I'm not going to beg you for money. I don't do that like the other people up and down the street. But let me know what you want to hear. If you want to throw some love in there, we truly appreciate it. That's like credits in a drunken, dysfunctional honky-tonk jukebox. And it's also how you support live music. Remember, never a cover charge on the door. We just charge you $20 to leave, so you might as well ask for your favorite song beforehand.
All right, I'll try to get through. This is my favorite Johnny Cash song. Anybody still love Johnny Cash out there? Written by the great Chris Christopherson, y'all. One of the greatest songs ever written, I think. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. So I fumbled through my closet, through my clothes, and found my cleanest dirty shirt. I combed my hair and washed my face, headed down the stairs to meet the day. I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I'd been picking. And I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I'd lost somewhere, somehow, along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. There's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying, half as lonesome as the sound of that sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. In the park I saw Daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school, listened to the song they were singing. And I headed back for home, somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons of the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying, half as lonesome as the sound of that sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down, of that sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning coming down. The late great Johnny Cash, y'all. Yeah. Chris wrote that song. I always tell everybody whenever we play that song, we're waiting for Florida Georgia Line to write a song like that.
You don't think Cruz was that good?
I'm just kidding. That's never going to happen.
No, it's never gonna. Hey, we got some great requests, but I just want to say thank you to all you folks out there for being so kind to us and for supporting live music. And these guys do a great job. Jason's such a trooper over there, you know, didn't have a voice and still got through that song by request. This next one goes out to Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve wanted some makeup and faded blue jeans. And we got that one. We also have some George Jones music, some George Strait music. But before we do that, I want to give a shout out to an international honky tonker in the house. I was just talking to him back there. He's all the way from Wales. Yeah. And, you know, he said, have you ever met you ever get anybody from Wales? I said, yeah, but just a couple in my life since doing this. I've only met a handful of people from Wales. I said, we meet a lot of people from the UK, but not Wales. And he goes, well, you met another one, and shook my hand. We took a picture, and then he's posting that to America's Most Wanted. But he goes, give me a shout out. I said, absolutely. We love to shout out our international honky tonkers. We love it when country music reaches across the pond or reaches people or places you don't think.
You know, there was a bunch of folks from Wales in the late 18th century over here.
Yeah, they did some things.
Yeah, remember that? I'm just kidding, Law. We love you. We love our British folks for sure.
Yeah, be careful with calling them British. They don't want you to think they're English. They are British, but be careful. They're dancing on dangerous ground with that one. Hey, but no, thank you very much for being good to us, tipping the band, supporting live music, and coming all the way across the pond just to say hi to Tom Killen. That's amazing, Tom. You're a legend. Hey, we got to do this. We're going out to Buffalo, Minnesota. Steve watching up in Minnesota. We got some more Minnesota folks here. Wisconsin's in the house. Texas is in the house. Here it is. It's called The Makeup and Faded Blue Jeans. Here's some life advice for you.
I'm in the jungle, son. Yeah. In the Modesto, yeah.
In downtown Modesto, I was working a holiday Inn. I would sit with a gig that would last us throughout the weekend. I was singing a new song I had wrote on the way into town. That's when she came in the front door and found her a place to sit down. I knew right away that she liked the words to my song. 'Cause she stabbed my guitar as she followed my fingers too long. And she had a likeness to a girl that I'd seen in my dream. We're doing all requests. We got some great ones. We got just a couple minutes left. We're going to get to as many of these requests as we can. We do have to do some fishing in the dark for our friends here from Cleveland. They've been good to us. And then we got some, well, I've talked to the band about which one we can do the best to get through it. But here's one right here. Fire class. The lazy yellow moon coming up tonight, shining through the trees. Crickets on singing and lightning bugs are floating on the breeze. And baby, get ready. Cross the field where the creek turned back by that old stump road. I'm gonna take you to a special place that nobody knows. And baby, get ready. Ooh, you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. And by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night. Just move it slow. Ain't all night through. Feels so good to be with you and me going fishing in the dark, lying on our backs and counting the stars where the cool grass grows. Down by the river in the full moonlight, we'll be falling in love in the middle of the night. Just move it slow. Ain't all night through. Feels so good to be with you and me going fishing in the dark. Thank you. We got to do some Billy Joe Shaver, Black Rose. We're running out of time. Wisconsin, what did you guys want to hear? I may have forgotten. You said whatever. No. You told me, but I can't remember. And that's right. We'll finish with a great Alan Jackson song. That's right. That's right. I put a note that said AJ, and I was like, was I just trying to remember where I was today? Here's some Billy Joe Shaver, and it's a great Texas artist. We're just running out of time, and we're going to do two more. We're going to do this one and an Alan Jackson song. Bill, don't mess it up. Everybody's watching. Way down in Louisiana, amongst the tall grown sugar cane, simple man with a Dominican hen and a rose of a different name. Yeah, the first time I felt lightning, I was standing in a drizzling rain with a bottle of gin and a trembling hand and a rose of a different name. Second time I done on my own. Lord, put a handle on the simple-headed man. Help me leave that black rose alone. I said the devil made me do it the first time. Second time I done on my own. Lord, put a handle on the simple-headed man. Help me leave that black rose alone. Thank you. We're just running short on time, so we're doing the radio edits and we're doing the TV awards show versions of these songs. We got time for one more. Let's do some Alan Jackson. Let's do it. Our friends from Wisconsin are here, and they said, please play an Alan Jackson song. This will be our last one of the day. It's a beautiful song and one of my favorites by Alan Jackson. Thank you guys very much. paint red, stripe was white, his ATV in the bow of the stern line. Second hand from a dealer in Atlanta, I rode up with Dad when he went there to get her. Put on the shine, put on the motor, built that love and made for the water. Ran for years till the transom got rotten. Piece of my childhood that'll never be forgotten. It was just an old plywood boat, 75 drums and an electric truck. A young boy had two hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would turn her sharp and make it right. He said, can't beat the way it always bought rights. Just a little late across the yellow mountain line, but I was king of the ocean where Daddy let me drive. Just an old half-ton short bed Ford my uncle bought new back in '64. Daddy got it right cause the engine was smoking, couple burned valves, he had her going. Let me drive her, we'd haul off a load down a dirt strip, we'd dump trash off Big Bend Road. Sit up in a seat and stretch my feet out to the pedals, smiling like a hero that just received a medal. It was just an old Alien Ford, 3-speed on the column and an in the door. A young boy had two hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would press that clutch and keep it right. He'd say, a little slower, son, you're doing just fine. Just a dirt road with trash on each side, but I was very old and ready. When Daddy let me drive. I'm grown up now, 3 daughters of my own. I let them drive my old Jeep across the pasture at her home. Maybe one day they'll reach back in their file and pull out that old memory and think of me and smile and say, it's just an old round Jeep, rusty old floorboards and hot on my feet. A young girl, 2 hands on the wheel. I can't replace the way it made me feel. And I would turn it left and steer it right, straighten up, girl, man, you're doing just fine. Just a little valley by the river where we ride, but I was high on a mountain where Daddy let me drive. Daddy let me drive. Daddy let me drive. Just an old plywood boat, 75 drums, an electric drone. Thank you guys so much. That's all the time we have today, but we appreciate you. Thank you very much, guys, for supporting live music. Thank you for being good to us here at Alan Jackson's Good Time Bar. We have another band about to take the stage, so we're going to tear down while they get set up, and we all go get tore down. You know what I'm talking about. But thanks again for being good to us, and please remember, never a good time to tip cattle, but it's always the right time to tip the band and tip your bartender, Alyssa. She works hard over there, so please be good to her, and thank you guys very much for having a good time with us at AJ's Good Time Bar. Have a good time in Nashville.